The compost takes me through this season and a bit into next year, right?
Yeah.
As does the garden soil and the topsoil. So what I just worked through wasn't just for fall, right?
Right.
It's going into like essentially that bed will be easily put to bed once I finish growing in it for this final season of the growing year.
Well, and you always are trying to stay one step ahead when it comes to
Mhm.
this. I mean,
Mhm.
really, the way we should be looking at it is we want to stay one season ahead all the time. So, like in the wintertime, once some of these beds get emptied, what I do is I go out and I'll get fresh chicken manure and put down. I know everybody's
Mhm.
gasping, but it's going to sit for, I've got at least two beds I plan to let sit for a couple months. So we'll put some rather fresh chicken manure on it. And then that makes all the difference in the world. And we'll till it in
Mhm.
so it gets all into the soil and everything. And then we'll cover it and just let it sit. But that will help charge for the next season. But going into this season, from summer directly into fall, it's really it's like mental gymnastics, right? I mean, you're just trying to figure out like how much have you taken out of the soil, how much do you need to put back in, when does it need to happen, how long does it take? You're at this point, and we usually don't talk like this because most seasons we're not really racing against the clock, but now we're starting to race against the clock. So, 2 weeks makes all the difference in the world, and that's when I accepted that like in the late summer, like in August, my garden will empty out, but I know that there's something coming in behind it. So I use these methods that we're talking about and this fertilizer to really help boost that back up. Now, I want to be very clear. I do not put any kind of synthetic in my fertilizer in my garden at this time. The way I view it is synthetic fertilizer feeds the plants and
Mhm.
even potentially robs from the soil. So that's why I use the organic to feed the soil. So, at this point, we are not putting anything synthetic in the garden. We're just, and plus, I want to save money. I mean, there's no point in feeding a plant that doesn't exist, but
Yeah.
feeding your soil is very important. And I will even take it a step further where at this time, what I do is I put alfalfa pellets down on top of my garden as well. So those are just dried pellets, or it's like horse feed, and it's just dried alfalfa. And I put that on there. As soon as it gets wet, they burst open, and then that will just help go back in and decompose into the soil, stuff like that. Adds a little bit of
So
nitrogen.
this is a nuanced bit. Um, I have probably for the first time in a good while for fall, I'm going to do for a couple of beds like almost exclusively direct sowing,
Mm-hmm.
right? I do spot direct sowing for fall, but these two beds are going to be exclusively direct sown. And I was like, oh, we got probably 4 inches of rain in an afternoon. When it first started raining, I'm like, oh, dang it. I knew it was coming. And I'm like, I really wanted to get those seeds sown. And then it was like buckets, literally, it felt like buckets of rain was coming down. And so then as I continued to watch it rain more and more, and I said, well, shoot, especially because where I was going to be sowing those seeds was going to go into bare soil, and that soil was going to remain bare. That was the plan for that day, which meant that next morning I said, well, I'm glad that I didn't sow. And again, this is an extreme rain situation. I'm glad I didn't direct sow those seeds because they would have been dislodged quite literally with all of that rain that we had. So that's this part of the year when it comes to, in the spring, maybe I'm leaving mulch off a little bit longer. In the fall, you really have to decide what's going on in your weather, what's going on in your environment. Because had I directly sown the seeds and then added a good layer of mulch, I wouldn't have been as worried about the rain. Now, again, I didn't do any of it, but kind of thinking about going into this what's going to ultimately be a cooler season, probably a wetter season for some. You know, think about your strategy.
Let me ask you this: when you direct sow, and now we're getting off topic, but that's okay. Um, and do you mulch right after you direct sow?
It again, it depends on what. Typically, no, because I am enamored by watching the things come up. But primarily the reason why I don't is because I'm trying to control the roly polies, to be quite frank. Right?
Are you concerned about the depth of the seed when you do that?
No. Like if I add, if I direct sow the spinach seed an inch deep, then I add 2 inches of mulch. Am I really 3 inches down? No.
You're not worried about
It
that?
find in my mind it finds its way out.
Yeah. It depends on what I'm growing. It depends on the seed.
Hmm.
But I've got to go out there. I just looked at the weather. We're supposed to get 3 inches of rain today. At some point, we're gonna get heavy thunderstorms. So
Hmm.
it's like, okay, I was gonna go out today and sow my rutabaga. So newsflash, everybody, newsflash. I get a lot. I bring this up and I never go into a lot of detail about it. I've done it on the show in the past. You're just gonna have to dig if you want to find it, but I don't support Baker's Creek, and I've had
Hmm.
Baker's Creek purple top rutabaga seeds left over for years, and I sow
Hmm.
them every year, and I still have a half a pack of them. But finally, after 5 years old, they did not germinate well. So I
Okay.
have so I no longer have any Baker Creek seeds in my repertoire anymore. I don't have to dance around it, but and that's nothing against their seed. I mean, they were just 5 years old. They were old, and they
Hmm.
just. I think I started 50 of them, and I had 8 pop up, which I never get. So it's like, okay, 5 years is definitely the end date of time of death for these seeds. So I was gonna go and I was gonna transplant them, but now I've got to just turn around and just direct sow them, which is fine. I kind of was expecting this at some point. So I'm going to go out there. I was going to do it today, but with the rain, that's absolutely not going to work. But as small as the seed is, I just worry sometimes that if I put mulch on top of it, that, that delicate seed won't come up. But where like corn's a little bit different, um, squash and stuff like that. But otherwise, I don't want to cause myself any issues this time of year because you really only get like 1 or 2 shots to direct sow some of these plants, and you got to be real fast about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think about it maybe even often,
So you're worried
right?
about
Like,
it.
well, that's the thing though.
That's
But
the
it's like
definition
in
of worry.
wait, it's but no.